Hey guys, I know it's been a minute, but today I'm coming back and I'm going to explain that absence. But hey, how are you guys? You know, I know it's been a minute. Let's talk. Talk to the screen. It's strange. Or leave a comment down below about my absence and where you think I've been. Now that you've done that, I got a new job. It's very hectic, the schedule I'm trying to figure out. Starting a new job, balancing life with 4 kids, and trying to do a lot of different things. I am currently training for several martial arts tournaments that are happening in 2025. So that's another thing that's taking my time away from blading. But all of that to say, today I am here. I received something in the mail from Ghostmaster Presents, and today we're going to see if anybody can top Mogus, specifically Area 51. Now, on his site, I believe this one's just called the Alien, but you know, I like to give his blades different names, so we're just going to call this one Area 51. So actually, Area 51, super cool, whereas Mogus was a full, just like a circle, right, with little divots. Area 51 has 4 separate pockets, right? Like you see these little pockets, they are filled in. So I'll put that a little closer. They are filled in, but these little pockets actually add to its offensive ability, which is strange. To think that this shape would be more offensive than the Mogus shape, which is really just straight circle with small divots in it. It's hard to get past Mogus. Mogus is hands down my favorite blade at the moment. I love that. Obviously, I call it Mogus. I love the Mogus deck in Magic the Gathering, red and black, Minotaurs, just crushes the game. So it is a fitting blade for me, but this one came in the mail. He sent me a few things, and those you are going to see in the videos for these battles. For this one, I wanted to run it up against Impact Drake and Mogus to run against 2 top tier blades, right? One top tier for the competitive scene. I believe my Impact Drake is on 460 low flat. So it's on 460 low flat. And Mogus is actually running on a new 060 disc bearing, which is super cool. And I'll show that off in another video. But today is all about Area 51. And you know, I'm running Area 51, of course, on one of his 0 platforms. You can get all of the ratchets. I think he has 040, 060, 070, and 080. This one is a 060, and his bearing ratchet, right? So this little end piece here spins. And I'll run some close-ups up here of this blade. It looks great. And I don't know who would fight at night, but if you fight at night, it glows in the dark. Like the bit chip and the bit actually glow in the dark. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to run these battles so you can see, and then we'll talk about it after. So first battle is going to be Impact Drake versus Area 51, and the second battle is going to be Area 51 versus Mogus. as you see, it didn't overwhelm either of them, which is both good and bad, right? Like I ran it kind of at the top tier because when I have a new blade that's custom coming out, I want to run it against the top tier for what is currently in the meta, and Impact Drake is still going. He's a super hard hitter, which Area 51 is more of a stamina type, which you see him play more of the stamina role against Mogus. And I didn't hold back when launching. Now, this one in Mogus, I definitely held back at first. I did not hold back against Impact Drake. I wanted Impact Drake to hit it as hard as it could. And I'm going to post a picture up here. It actually hit Impact Drake super hard, and Impact Drake was hitting this super hard, and it was damaging Impact Drake. So at the expense of my Impact Drake, I was running them full bore. Now, why did I not do that against Mogus at the beginning? Honestly, they were falling off the launcher and, hitting the stadium. I thought the stadium was going to collapse because I built the new box stadium to actually hold it up. It holds it up at about 3.5 foot. And I'll do that in another video to show you guys how I did that. Yeah, I was scared that it was just going to collapse everything, or they were going to smash and destroy everything because, to be fully honest, I actually ran Area 51 and Mogus first, and then I did Impact Drake. And when I was doing Mogus and Area 51, they were falling into the stadium. It was super loud. But then when I did Area 51 and Impact Drake, you could feel the weight difference in the launcher. So I had to, kind of hold it separately because there's weight either further away or closer to. So you can definitely feel the weight difference even in the launch for the custom blades by Ghostmaster and, what's released by Takara Tomy Hasbro, right? So this actually ended up beating Impact Drake, as you saw in the video. I ran it to 4, and pretty much this against Impact Drake was hitting a little harder. This against Mogus, the battle went on forever. I'm running Mogus on disc bearing, like I said earlier, and I'm going to do a review of that and all of the bits that Ghostmaster sent in another video. But they were both running kind of forever, right? So the battle for this and Mogus lasted much longer. Ultimately, Mogus came out on top, thank goodness, because I don't think I could swap over to this as my prime, right? So my final thoughts on Area 51. Ooh, looks like he has a little bit of Impact Drake left on him. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if you guys can, you see that? My final thoughts on Area 51. I think this is an amazing, amazing blade. If I take it apart, like I said, I'm running it on 0.60 bearing, which is his bearing bit. All of these come from Ghostmaster Presents. Every piece of this did. So if I look at just this, which you can buy just the blade, and this blade works with all Takara Tomy and Hasbro ratchets and bits. So when I go underneath, I really like the fact that these are screws, right? Not rivets, meaning I can take this apart. Somebody commented in one of my other Ghostmaster videos, could you take this apart if the plastic piece breaks? Absolutely. I mentioned it in my other video that the part was starting to come apart, and Ghostmaster actually said that he can print just this piece and send it to me. So that way he doesn't have to reprint the metal piece. I can go ahead, use these screws, take the plastic piece out and replace it. And then I have a blade that is no longer busted, right? Which I got that all sorted out. But to answer a previously asked question, yes, he can print just this piece, you get a new piece and you'll go ahead and just take those out. I believe it's just a hex, like oh, my other screen went out. It's just a hex tool, right? Like, but Area 51 is a great blade for a stamina player who wants a little bit of offense, right? These little pockets here, actually, when you see the two blades come together, when it hits a pocket, it shoots the other blade away because of that little angle there, that little U that we have. It's gonna hit and it grabs and kind of shoots them away. You can notice in the battle video, the battle footage of this blade, when this connects with Mogus, it shoots Mogus away. Now, to its detriment against Mogus and possibly other customs, when it shot Mogus away, Mogus came back, and Mogus is heavier than Area 51. So when he came back, it was like a bull in a china shop, and he wrecked shop. Now, Area 51 would beat, my session timed out for something. My Area 51 would beat Mogus in the case of a straight up spin battle, right? If there's not a lot of contact, he would outspin him, maybe get around him if Mogus decided to take the center. For a stamina player, I really think Area 51 is going to work well. Now, again, that is running on the bearing bit. The bearing bit is a stamina bit. So, and with this build, the 060 bearing on Area 51, I really was trying to go for the most balanced shot possible. Now, if I wanted to try to go for a more aggressive build, maybe I would use something like a 460, or even, I would probably say 460. I wouldn't go 480 because, as you see, it kind of ends right here, right? It's just super flat. And when Mogus got underneath, it kind of did exactly that, right? It kind of shut Area 51 down. So I would want it as low as possible, maybe running on low flat, or even, a super low attack, I think would be okay. If you want to run maybe a 460, and a lower bit that, run an attack bit on it. I think it would be good. But I'm going to keep running it as a stamina blade, just because I like it. So I think, and I haven't really graded them ever. But I think if I were to go out, let's say 10 for my playstyle, my personal playstyle, I would say Area 51 would probably come somewhere in like 7.5, right? I think it's a great blade. I don't think I could main it at all, but I do love it, and it does look great. One of the things that I've noticed, as this channel grows, as I grow within the hobby, as these things go, I don't know, I'm more and more fascinated with the custom blades than the official blades. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts on custom versus standard, right? Standard being Takara Tomy Hasbro releases. Let me know in the comments down below what you actually think of. Are you leaning more custom? Are you leaning more traditional, right? Like standard. Hey, as always, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I know, like I said at the beginning, we're gonna get more into a routine way of doing videos here. Trying to get a video at least once a week, which I know is not the daily content that I was producing before, but as I'm trying to balance work, training, and family life, please bear with me on that point. Hey, if you guys have made it to this point of the video, I hope you have an absolutely phenomenal day.